Hey, Gun from the garden, it's Christina from Sunshine and Flora. So I have a really big building update to share with you guys today. The building behind me, if you've been following my videos, you know we purchased. It's going to be the future storefront for Sunshine and Flora. And it went through some pretty significant changes this week. So I want to take you over there and show you that. But first of all, we're in the dahlia patch. You can see I have organza bags on them. I'm getting ready for my biggest market of the year, which is next weekend. There's also construction going on in the alley, so hopefully you can hear me okay. They're jackhammering. We're getting fiber optic in our whole town. Anyway, my biggest market of the season is next weekend, the Made and Found Midwest Market, and it's 2 days this year. So I need as many pumpkins and as many flowers as possible. And I am dealing with, as usual, the corn rootworm beetle and the cucumber beetle. So my dahlias all have organza bags on them. But anyway, watch for an upcoming video on that whole market and harvest. But let's go in the building. It's nearing completion, so I've got some pretty exciting things to show you today. All right, so I am in the back workroom of the new building, and this has really gone through a really good transformation this week as well. I want to show you this. I also want to show you the room behind me. This is my floral cooler, but before I do that, I want to show you the very major thing that happened this week, and that is with the facade of the building. So first, let's go outside. I can't wait to show you. Okay, ta-da! I got all of the new windows installed on the front of the building, and I will put a before picture. 2 of the main windows had been replaced by the previous owner, and they had also done some painting on it. So we added the lights and all the rest of the windows. And the top ones have the obscured glass to help cut down on the heat that comes in. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. There's more jackhammering. But anyway, they just look amazing. And the rest of the facade is getting a fresh coat of paint next week. So things are really moving along out here, just like the inside. So here is a look from inside, and you can see the ceiling has been brought all the way to the front. 3 of the tiles are currently missing because that is where lighting will go. We have 3 more can lights to go in. That'll be the first of next week, but oh my goodness, do these windows ever let in so much beautiful light. So there's a little bit of finishing left to do up front. We got to work on the front door. I promise those mini blinds are going to be gone. They've got to finish, obviously, insulating, covering this up. This is all cement board that is covering where the coal chutes are, and that's going to be a penny tile. And then we, of course, will be finishing the floors. These are the original hardwood floors from 1930. My husband has been sanding and sanding them, and we are going to finish those as well. And while we're looking down, these are the original pieces of molding from the workroom that we're going to be reusing as well. I just need to do a little scraping on them. So the plan for this space is to be a retail space. This will be where customers can come and pick up the fresh cut flowers that I offer when they are blooming in the season. When I don't have flowers, which will probably be about 3 to 4 months out of the year, I will have gift items, house plants, and all kinds of other plant related goods in here. I have so many things ordered. I have so many boxes over in my photography studio to stock the store. The plan is to hopefully have construction done by mid-October. It will take me a few weeks, I'm sure, to design and order more product and figure everything out. And then I hope to open sometime in November. Fingers crossed. Anyway, that is the plan. But I am really excited to get this retail space finished. But let me show you now the workroom and the floral cooler, because the floral cooler is almost operational. So I just turned the camera around that you can see the rest of the area. This will be transformed into the storefront, and then the door opening back there will have the original double doors put on, and back through those doors is the workroom. So this space is not yet finished, but what a transformation. This is such a beautiful room. Let me put a before picture up on the screen for you guys. Pretty creepy. What a transformation, isn't it? I absolutely love this space. So this building has not had a business in it for 30, 40 years. It was in really bad shape. It happens with a lot of small towns. You know, buildings just can't be kept up. And so we're bringing it back to life. I applied and received a grant through the state of Iowa. I was lucky enough to get that. I would have never been able to make this building this nice without that grant. We had to rebuild part of the foundation of the building, and I'll have to make a full transformation video for you guys. You can actually look back and watch other building renovation updates, but this building is going to be pretty awesome. So this space, the workroom space, these windows look out onto the garden. Actually, I can look right out onto my dahlias right now. I'm going to be leaving this wood, the window sills in the center, and then the front will be painted white because all the rest of the trim is white. And then the original moldings are going to be going on the top of the windows. So I want that all to match. But I just love this wood. This is poplar. So I'm going to be leaving this natural and I'll be oiling it. But right here actually will be a workbench that will be built across the whole span of the room. And then we'll have a countertop on the top, a sink. This will be a really nice work area. And then I will probably have in the middle of the room some sort of island that's on wheels that I can wheel in and out of the way, just so I have a couple different workspaces. But right to the right of me is the cooler. So I want to show you what that looks like. So this entire room will be the Floral cooler, and I'll pop the light on and turn the camera on here in a second. This room is roughly 8 by 8. I would have loved to have it a little bit bigger, but that was just how the building laid out and how we could have the walls with the supports in the basement. But I'm really happy to have this because currently I'm using one refrigerator, and I can fit like 2 buckets in it. It just doesn't work. So I will have this whole room. I have ordered some industrial wire shelving to go across the back wall, and it should be operational next week. Fingers crossed. All right, so just looking in this room, they are currently hooking up the split unit air conditioner, and this is how we are gonna cool this room. So this is an LG unit. I'm going to be having a CoolBot hooked up to this, and this particular unit is one that is recommended by the CoolBot website. It's a very, what should I say, like base unit, like not real fancy, just kind of like the lower level unit. That probably isn't making sense, but it's gonna be hooked up. I will have a plug-in installed in this corner. The CoolBot will be on the wall next to it somewhere. And then I will have shelving across this back wall. If I can kind of show you the whole room, it's kind of hard. There you can see kind of the actual size. Not everything is white. It's about an 8 by 8. And we have it very well insulated. The ceiling is not high in this room. It is standard height. The walls are all insulated. The ceiling is insulated. The floor has spray foam insulation underneath of it. And then the door is an insulated exterior door. And everything has been plasticed for a moisture barrier. And it has been caulked and sealed. And hopefully it works really well. So because I have my biggest market of the year next week, this was one of the main things that even though the rest of the building isn't ready, I wanted at least this room ready so that I could put all my buckets of flowers just on the floor instead of having to harvest everything at the very end and just try to use my refrigerator. So, you know, I can keep flowers fresher that way and maybe span my harvest in a couple days instead of one, and, you know, not have to harvest in the afternoon. So I'm really excited to have this cooler finished next week. So that is what stage the building is currently in, and I cannot wait to see it finished. Boy, has it come a long way. Today is September 12th, so I have about 2 months till I hope to open. So in a month, if we can get the construction done, I will have another month to stage the retail space, put out all the products, probably have to order more products, get my POS system in line, plus do all my fall photo shoots, run a photography studio. I think I can do it. So I will make sure to keep you guys posted. So stay tuned for all of those updates, plus a lot more gardening for the rest of the season. We'll see you soon.